This week on Emerging Ed Tech, I'm taking a look at Open Educational Resources, or OER. And I think I first came across this term last summer at the Campus Technology 2010 conference in Boston when I heard Josh Barron giving a discussion on disruptive change, and he was sharing technologies like flat world knowledge. And it just opened up my eyes to this movement that's out there. And then I saw Josh's picture again in an article in November in Campus Technology magazine called "The Future of Content is an Open Book," where himself and others shared more about many of these open source, open content ideas. And the open educational resources movement is kind of an umbrella movement that is pushing a lot of this forward, although it has a lot of tentacles. And anyway, wanted to learn some more about it, so I'm doing that and sharing it here, and come on along for the ride. So one of the first things I did to learn some more about open educational resources was pop on over to the Wikipedia page on OER. And I know a lot of educators aren't necessarily thrilled with Wikipedia and how it works, but it's really a great starting point to go and learn a little bit about something, unless there's just a more obvious resource. So over here, one thing that I did lift and like and share and put on the post was this definition that has been proposed by the William and Flora Hewlett Foundation. OER are teaching, learning, and research resources that reside in the public domain or have been released under an intellectual property license that permits their free use or repurposing by others. And then it goes on to explain this includes things like full courses, course materials, textbooks, streaming videos, and on, just a whole variety of types of digital media. So my next step in learning more about open educational resources was a Google search, and then I spent some time looking through the results and finding some of the sites that were really worth sharing and talking about. First of which is the OER Commons, which, give me a second here, let me bring that up for you. So here's their site. Now the OER Commons was started some time ago by the Institute for the Study of Knowledge Management and Education. And the OER Commons site is just, looks like one of the real premier resources in OER, if not kind of the central point. And anybody who knows more about this, please feel free to leave a comment and update me and educate me and others. So this site is rich with resources, and I talk about those further in the post here. So open textbooks, resources related to classroom management, resources related to career and technical education and leadership in education, as well as resources about science and art as inquiry, and just a whole lot more. On the textbooks, there's over 217 listings, and users are encouraged to add reviews of the textbooks. And then the real exciting part is that these things are basically free to utilize. They're all marked very clearly. Let me bring the screen up here. So they're all marked clearly on, do they allow, what kind of Creative Commons licensing. So these remix and share here, no strings attached. And that's really helpful. Now, in addition to the Commons, another organization and website that I wanted to introduce here in this post is the OER Consortium. This is actually formally titled the Community College Consortium for Open Educational Resources, and I think it's a great example of a grassroots effort to take the idea of OER and run with it. So their website, which I will bring up here, is full of resources and links to other relevant sites and good information. This is actually an effort centered in California, but it does look like they will consider membership from any higher ed institution, and there's membership info here, and the link is in the post as well. And you can see here they've got tons of these featured sites that have related information and like 100 resource links, all kinds of things. Here's flat world knowledge again, and just a great kind of central clearinghouse of links and information to go and look and learn some more, and I thought it was worth sharing here. So there you have a quick introduction to open educational resources and a couple great sites where you can go and tap into these kinds of resources right now. Last thing I want to say about this is if you think this is a great idea, then please let other people know about it. Pass this link on to other colleagues of yours and spread the word about open educational resources. All right, and that wraps up this week's post, learning about open educational resources. Hope you enjoyed it, hope it was informative, and I hope you'll come back again soon.